Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Sunday, it's Reed, and this week we're talking about transitioning early slash through high school. I think is like the targeted age gap here. Milo, what do you think about it? Yeah, it's funny. Alright, so I personally did not transition in high school. I didn't come out until my sophomore year of college. I really had no idea that I was trans in high school, but looking back, some of the things that I was feeling about myself and about the way that I fit in with other people, it makes a lot of sense. Transitioning early for me, I think would have been amazing, but also not at the same time. So do I wish I had transitioned early? Kind of. I think that it would have been really difficult and I wouldn't have had the resources that I have now to be trans at the age that I probably would have wanted to. So it would have been a real challenge to do it. The main reason that I would have wanted to do it was to be as male, or to be read as male for as long as possible. So like there are no pictures of me as a man, like traditionally what a man looks like, you know, before I was, I don't even know, I guess 20 or 21. So that would be one thing that I would change. As far as transitioning in high school goes, again, that's something that would have been really, really difficult for me. Being gay in high school as it was not a fun experience, and I just wouldn't even imagine, you know, what coming out in high school would have been like for me. However, if I could have lived the life that I live now in high school, I think it would have been a little bit different. In a lot of areas of my life, I'm pretty stealth. At work, I'm very stealth. If I was able to go through high school being stealth, I think that would have been better for me in my high school that I went to. My high school was very conservative and in a conservative town with a lot of closed-minded people. You know, and a lot of open-minded people too, but I just think the majority of people wouldn't have been able to understand what was going on with me. So that's something that I'm aware of. So talking about other people, whenever I see trans kids, I like want to cry. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we are coming to a point now where we're embracing kids who talk about being trans or talk about their gender identity. I know that obviously a lot of places don't accept that geographically, and also just every situation is unique, right? So you could live in like the bowels of the most liberal town ever and someone could be not okay with you being trans. But I just think that we are coming a long way in that, and I think a lot of that has to do with Jazz Jennings. So Jazz is now like a teenager, which is so freaky because I watched her when she was like 4 years old when she did that Oprah documentary. Watching that, like, that made me so happy to know that she and so many other kids out there are able to like pinpoint that when they're young and be persistent enough about it that they can get the resources that they need from their family or, you know, therapists or whoever is available to give them resources. So I just think that's really great. Another part of me though is like, how would you know that early? For a long time it was really hard for me to, I don't know, I guess I kind of thought that I had to be convinced, like, you know, kids shouldn't know that early and all those other things people say. At some point I like was on that bandwagon and I felt really bad about it, but I think I've come to realize that the reason that I was thinking that way was because I can't relate to that with my own experience. Just thinking back, there is no way that I would have been able to comprehend that about myself and realize it and vocalize it when I was that young, when I was a child, when I was 4, 5, 6. I just wouldn't have been able to do that. So I think that that part of my brain was like, so how are other people able to do it? But obviously that's not a logical way to think, right? Like just because it's not my experience doesn't mean that it couldn't be anybody else's experience for any other reason. So yeah, I think transitioning early is like a beautiful thing, and I think it helps to educate a lot of people who might not be familiar with that could happen that early. Alright guys, 2 things. If you want to see my video that I just put up on my channel today, also about transitioning through sports, the link will be in the description below. And also check out my channel this month because I'm going to be doing Vlogust, or whatever you want to call it, a video each day in August. So if you guys have any topic suggestions, that would be really awesome for me because I have 31 days to fill. I have 31 days to fill, so I have like about probably 15 topics right now. So if you guys want, leave them in the comments below. And thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you all next week.